So, we all remember this guy. Well, do we have some tea for you? What is up, guys, and welcome back to my channel. I know that I covered the story yesterday of the man who raises the dead. Today, we're actually going to look at how this has exploded on the internet, literally like everywhere. Yes, it was already going everywhere, but the insanity is the responses from certain places that we have gotten. Well, not we, but basically. So we're going to watch what the CRL Rights Commission has to say about the situation. If y'all don't know what the CRL Rights Commission is, they basically are the commission that, how can I say it? They're basically for the protection of the rights of certain cultures, well, general cultures and religious beliefs and those kinds of things. I'm playing my hands everywhere. I know it's weird. Anyway, that's basically what they're for. But yeah, so let's just get right into this. Sorry, I got a message. Yes, I'm using my phone to record. Anyway, let's get this show on the road.
This church is registered with social development. We'll see what social development wants to do with him if he's faking this thing. But we go in with a clear mind that maybe it's real. That maybe this man was in a mortuary somewhere, that the casket he was in was coming from a mortuary.
It's commanding life.
When you talk miracles, you talk about suspension of the laws of nature. Because the only way you can talk about a person being resurrected is when a person is in a coma, or a person has fainted for some reason.
Are you kidding me?
But when it takes 3 days and the person has been declared dead, and you say that person has been resurrected, you are saying the laws of nature, which says the person who does not come back, has been suspended. Now you need credible witnesses to that. The credible witnesses are those people who certified him or her dead, namely the doctors. And the police are also involved. And the people who came around there, congregated, what is their profile to be able to say we are credible witnesses in this particular instances? So either what is happening is actually to undermine the intelligence of South African community by saying, well, these people believe too much in miracles and superstitions. So these are the things which we need to be awakened to. That the time has come for South Africans not to be duped, to be able to ask critical questions when certain events occur in the country or any other environment in which they find themselves.
We're going to go into this with a clear mind, but let's be realistic for a second. We know it's a load of crap. We know it's a load of hogwash. And we know it ain't real. Okay? So, let's move on to the next video, which is Pastor Mboro.
We are going in, if they allow us, because we are not here to fight. Good day, gentlemen. Hello, hallelujah. People won't believe in the power of God anymore. And I feel that my colleague, my brother here, he has put Christianity into disrepute. You know, people are mocking the gospel of Jesus Christ. So, and this is a misrepresentation of the gospel. Last time there were people where the women had to pay 5,000 rands to get a husband, and they never got husbands. A dead person, you know, the mouth must be sealed. You know, I'm running a funeral undertaker. They seal the mouth, and the mouth also collapses. It loses weight. Even the eyes, you will see, there is a lot. Now, the whole thing, I need the pastor to explain. If it is truth, let him give me the proof, and then I will stand publicly and say, I stand with Pastor Lukau. The miracle happened. You publish a miracle, we can't talk about it. Why don't they want to talk to us? We are not here to fight. I'm not here to protest. I'm here to ask questions. We're calling and saying, where is the media when the miracles are happening? The media is here, and you are walking away.
There is absolute nothing that Pastor Alph did. Nothing wrong that he did.
May God forgive you. May God show you mercy.
I'm sorry, can we just take a moment to realize the car that guy was driving? Just putting it out there. So anyway, there's the lady in there that's like, there is absolutely nothing wrong with what he's doing. There's nothing wrong. As far as I'm concerned, there is everything wrong with what this man is doing. And as you can see, there's a lot of people who are very, very upset about this. And understandably so, because he's basically making a mockery of someone's religious beliefs. He's feeding off of the naive and gullible people to make a fortune for himself by performing these miracles, as he calls them. And it is absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to watch one more video, which is apparently some of the employers of the resurrected man.
Now, the church has since been ridiculed, criticized, and threatened with legal action. Our reporter, Slindelo Masikane, is tracking the story for us, and she's managed to track down where the man in the coffin, the one who was apparently resurrected, has been working. Let's take you live to her now. Slee, good afternoon. Firstly, I imagine you had to do some digging in terms of trying to find this man's place of employment. He's become an overnight celebrity, really, right? So tell us, what do you know about him right now, and what do his employers have to say about the situation?
Definitely, Kathy. The man of the hour, identified in the video as Elliot, as said by the pastor, as he's performing that so-called miracle that we saw, that's really been making some shockwaves through social media, receiving some backlash from the religious sector. And all we knew was that this man's name was Elliot and was supposedly dead for a couple of days before the pastor performed that miracle. Now, we've done some digging, and like you said, we've managed to actually track down his employer all the way in Pretoria. And we understand that his real name, in fact, is Brighton Moyo, and he is a Zimbabwean national, and in fact was working in this timber company since around June 2018. Now, to give us more detail around that, I am joined by his employer, Vincent Amaroti. Thank you so much for joining us this morning, and just give us a brief history about what you know about Brighton and how the working relationship was with him here at your timber company.
He was a very nice guy, and he came here about 6 months ago to learn the woodworking industry. And he was very willing and very able, but he was always very smartly dressed. And he, at the Christmas party at the end of the year, he was one of the smartest. He learned very quickly, and we made him an assistant machinist, where he was planing timber. He did cut the end of, just nicked the end of his finger, and it was like the end of the world. It took his confidence away for quite a long time. But he worked well, and he was a nice guy, and it was an absolute shock to see him in the video and to recognize him with his mouth wide open.
Tell me about that moment. Exactly where were you when you saw the video, and what went through your mind when you saw him and recognized him?
Well, we suspended him a couple of weeks ago for missing a Monday and coming late on a Tuesday. And he was suspended with full pay, but he never came back. And we wondered what happened to him. And one of his friends brought a video into the office and told us that Brighton had died. And I love my employees. We've got 50 guys here. And to know that one of them had died, I was shocked. And when I went to look at the video, and I saw him lying in the coffin, and I saw his mouth moving, I said, he's not dead. And then we saw him breathing, and then we saw him come to life. And those eyes looking all around, it was crazy. So it was really...
So I'm going to stop it right there. So as you can see, sorry, this is like a 9-minute long video. I'm not going to watch the entire thing. We've got the gist of it. Like, this is his previous employer, I take it. So I'm going to leave the links in the description to the videos that I've watched if you guys want to go back and watch them again. I will leave links in the description to a few other videos as well, covering the story. It is insane. There are a few other ones that I didn't get to today, but definitely go and check them out. It is insane how you get the two sides. You get the people who are really supporting this man, and they're like, he's a miracle worker and he's amazing and whatever. And then you get people who have eyes and a brain and can see that this is a load of hogwash. It is not real, honey. I'm sorry to burst your bubble. He is not a prophet. He is not a miracle worker. It is actually insane how there are people defending this man. I cannot believe it. Anyway, that is all for today, guys. I just wanted to do a little bit of a quick update. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like down below. Leave a comment down below. If there's any news that you guys might have, share your thoughts. Let me know what you think of this whole situation and what your opinion is on everything. Do you think that this man really is a miracle worker? Do you think he really did raise a man from the dead? Or do you think he is a complete scam artist that is sponging off of the gullible and naive that follow the Christian faith? So that is it. I hope you guys have a wonderful evening wherever you are. Enjoy your day, whatever it may be, and until next time, guys, bye.